German bureaucracy sucks, especially when you want to found a new company. The process is complex, messy, and the guidelines aren't always clear. We try to make this as easy as possible by providing founders with a simple step-by-step guide for each task in the founding process. On their first visit, founders are presented with an overview of our services. When they're unsure what corporate form to choose, we will provide them with a clear summary of each. Once they made their decision, they can start with their journey. Each note on the left represents a necessary step in the founding process, including notes for important decisions. Our main goal is helping founders make the right decision at exactly those points by providing them with research and current information.
We want to be able to offer helpful connections at every step. Most founders will require an external service provider in the founding process. Depending on their needs, they can search for notaries, tax consultants, lawyers, or anything web-related. Just by entering their address, they will get a list of verified service providers close by. Already established companies offering these services are able to request to be added to our register. After putting in all the relevant information, they will have to wait until an admin approves the request. The admin panel is a great way for us to add, manage, and remove service providers. After the approval, the company will be displayed as a service provider in our search.
The goal of our technical architecture is to make it as easy as possible for us to try out new changes while working in parallel on different parts of the product. We also wanted to spend as little time as possible on maintaining our infrastructure, so we could focus on building features. Cloud Run fit this need perfectly, while also being cost-effective when creating multiple environments, like staging and production. Not having to deal with keeping a Linux server up to date, and just being able to spin up a Docker container also simplified our trunk-based CI/CD process, which made it possible for us to deploy multiple times per day, with each deploy taking just a few minutes, because we could automate all of it using Terraform and GitHub Actions. In our current stack, a single request enters our application through Cloudflare, gets routed based on the domain prefix to one of the environments, and then to either the front end, which consists of some static files in a storage bucket, or one of our backend services running on Google Cloud. The backend services validate the request using Firebase authentication and store their data in a Cloud Run instance, which we chose for storing our relational data. Because we want to keep the project running after the hackathon ends, we also try to be as cost effective as possible. Cloud Run is a huge benefit because we only pay when we actually receive traffic. But the biggest pain point for us is the load balancer, which makes up most of our running costs without the possibility of any further optimizations. But this is fine because we already have some ideas of how we can keep the project running.
We also see high chances to monetize. If you're a founder and you're guided through the process of building your company, there are some things you can do by your own, like the paperwork. But there are also some parts where it can be useful to work together with external people, like a tax lawyer or web designer. And you also need some software, like for example, bookkeeping software or Google Workspace for your Gmail account. And I think there are pretty high chances for some good corporations. Our next goal will be to find some first users, and we hope they like what we built. Maybe a short hint about our story. We found each other at the university. We had really cool times. We all of us liked the idea of building this platform. We had some lows, we had some highs, we had some good communication, but we also had some messy times. But overall, a good organization structure, lots of fun, and overall, lots of learning, lots of creativity, and a really cool time we had here with the hackathon. So thanks that we had the chance to participate, and thank you for your attention.